Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me on another edition of this daily vlog. We're actually going to be streaming on our YouTube channel as well here. So if you're seeing this, you're seeing it on Facebook, and also right about now, you'll be seeing it pop up on the YouTube channel. Um, uh, Today we're gonna be talking comedian, actress, entertainer. We're not really gonna be talking about the COVID-19 coronavirus in detail, other than how it's changed life for her as we know it. But I do encourage anybody who wants to get information on the COVID-19 or coronavirus to actually go to the websites you see there on your screen, cdc.gov and who.int. You'll be able to get the latest information on COVID-19. You can also follow your local leaders and health officials and local media as well. They've been putting a ton of great content out there on their digital platforms. But again, I really recommend you go to these websites. They have a lot of good resources. They'll keep you informed and give you accurate information. All right. Well, without further ado, I want to bring in my guest today, Joana Gallo. Hi, Joana. How are you?
Hi, what's up? On my PJs.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, ever since I started working from home, I've been like, I feel like I've been on my pajamas all the time. Like I don't even know when the last time I wore like jeans to go out
What
is.
are those? What are
Yeah,
jeans? What are
yeah,
shoes?
exactly. But how are you? How are you coping with all of this?
Great, great. I think it's important to stay positive, and obviously follow the rules, but I think it's important to keep an upright attitude and make the most of it. There's nothing better to be super bored to start getting creative, I think,
Yeah,
in my
exactly.
case.
Well, and you've been really creative too, because you have an Instagram account where you put all this great content that you've been creating. Do you find that you've been creating a lot more now that you've are kind of stuck at home during this whole pandemic, or are you still kind of dealing with the same amount of projects you were before?
I'm gonna show you something
Yes.
regarding that question. I started writing on this notebook. I like writing my whatever I have to do during the day, keep a schedule, because I've been a freelancer for 5 years. So I've been used to, like, you have to make your own schedule, which is something that a lot of people don't are not used to, right? So I've been writing so much, but since this happened, it's like, girl, stop it. It's like, and then I want to do this, and then I want to do that, and then I want to do so much that I finish like every project to a percentage. So I'm trying to still get organized, and of course, I do have. I was one of the lucky ones who got to keep her job. I mean, for less hours, but I do want to take care of things that I didn't, because before, like, you had to go somewhere, for example, like, take care of my social media platforms. Like, hey, you haven't fixed that thumbnail from a video or YouTube video from 2016. Like, okay, I'll fix that, or something like that. Get more connected with people. One
Hmm.
thing I really want to do is just bring some kind of positivity, not make exactly jokes about the situation, but I believe that everybody will be somehow, like, positive about it, and somehow responsible, like, to take care of themselves and their families. So, like, I want to talk about being positive and show, like, some light, some little laughter, not only about the topic, but like of other things that we're seeing and looking around. So I am creating. Oh my God, I should have been more concise.
No problem. No problem. Well,
This
one of the things to hit it big out of this whole pandemic, to just kind of go viral, is this whole Tiger King thing. I mean, I've seen so many memes out there, and then you got you got into that a little bit of that action too, right? I saw something you posted, a character based on Tiger King.
Yeah, I'm doing his cousin, his pocho cousin, and his name is Quan Exotico. So he is involved in all kind of shady business opportunities in order to get his cousin out of jail. So stay tuned for more of Juan Exotico news. Like he's a guy from the hood, but they share similar looks, but it's the Latino based.
Yeah, there you go. Well, and then there was another piece of video, a clip that I saw on another uh, Instagram account, and that was when it was like a skit or a sketch of how things would be after this whole pandemic is over and the shelter at home or stay at home order is done with. I want to describe it, but I'll let you do the job there because I
Go
think
ahead.
it's
No,
super
go
funny.
ahead.
I mean, basically in the video, this is what account is this on, and is it on your as well, your Instagram account?
Yeah, that's an account I'm working with. It's called Pacificas Media. No, marketing. Whoops, butchering that.
No worries.
But we get to do a lot of fun stuff like TikToks and stuff. Yeah, welcome the new wave. Stay trendy, right?
Exactly.
And they were like, "Oh, Joanna, can you do like a little piece for us?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is actually how I feel," and I love that I have the freedom to just create and show how I feel. But it's my credit. But yeah, it's basically a woman who's been announced that our quarantine is over, so she doesn't know what pants are, what shoes are, how to wear high heels, how to put a bra on. Because girls, who's wearing a bra right now? Tell me the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're
Um,
so comfortable, and this is
yeah.
something that I've seen with freelancers too.
Uh huh.
Like I've joined groups of freelancers on Facebook, and there are certain things that we do that we were prepared for this moment. For example, like we have been working freelancer, so you work from home, and then you're like, you gotta make sure you have an internet connection that works good. Have like your office space, which right now it's my living room. But then when somebody rings to do a delivery or like something, you forget that you're meeting with people, so you open the door and you're not wearing a bra or you're not wearing like where are my pants or something. People forget. I'm the burper. I used to be the burper, like working
Uh huh.
from home and now socializing. I would
Yeah.
forget that I'm in a coffee shop and be like, horrible. But now, like, I see people having a lot of people had to work from home. So my advice is
Wear
my
clothes.
advice is we're close. If somebody
Yeah.
rings the door or if something happens,
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
at least leave it on the hook on the door or
Yeah.
something.
Well, hey, that's why I stopped ordering delivery because I want to be in my underwear the entire day. So I don't want people to just come in
Are
here
you
and
wearing
deliver food.
pants right now?
Yes, I'm wearing pants.
Okay, me too.
I'm wearing pants. Yeah.
Woo! But not shoes.
Yeah, there you go. Um, yeah, no, it's I mean, it's come to a point where like we've been for the last few weeks, we've been told social distancing, 6 feet away.
Yeah.
So then I've been watching all these shows, all these comedy shows and other types of shows on streaming, and everybody's like, there's scenes where everybody's hanging out at the bar or at some party or at the park, and then I get like a little bit anxious, like, no, no, they should be 6 feet apart. Have you? Have you like do you get like that too? Do you always remember to do that social distancing, or do you kind of forget that you have to do that?
No, no, I've been
Good about
cautious
it?
about it. Yeah, yeah, and I am a performer too. And my, like, for example, in March, we were going to start, I was going to premiere a stand up show with one of my characters. And it was going to be a monthly show for the rest of the year. We were also had the Latino Film Festival that I was going to be hosting, like so many events, you know. And not only me, but I was going to bring other Latino friends and get involved in it too. But it just didn't happen. And then I see all these shows, like you're saying, and you're like, oh my God, they're doing the stand up. And like, there's nothing, it's very essential when people come together and enjoy that. But I also think that it's all right because we're developing new ways of communicating. Like I have a podcast with other people called Mamua con Huevos. And we used to meet every now and then to do the podcast, video podcast. But now, like, technology is here for us to stay connected. Not because social distancing doesn't mean that you cannot stay connected. I've talked to my family, like on a like 3 times a week. Friends that I haven't actually hung out with, but we're just checking up on each other. I think that's super important. And let's make a good use of technology and just like chat around. I For the people who have birthdays though,
Yeah.
that's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah, exactly. Are you gonna make any sketches about people's with birthdays during
I did
this?
one. I did one. It is just celebrating with yourself, cheering with yourself, and like having
Yeah.
toilet paper and Lysol as your friends. I did one.
Oh
I'll show
man.
it to you later.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Well, now this is the part of the vlog where we get in deep and we like air the dirty laundry. No, I'm just
yep.
kidding.
Oh, but I like chisme. Bring it on.
That's like a staple for a lot of folks nowadays. Like, oh, what's the latest? What's the latest gossip you can tell
What's the
me?
tea? Come on, we
Yeah,
need it. We've been inside. We don't get on
exactly.
no action.
Well, have you gotten out yet? Like go to the grocery store or any other place like that, or have you been staying home all this time for the last? I mean, whenever the order started.
Yeah, I try to go out as at least as possible, like once a week, even for groceries and stuff. Like I was, my mom taught me good that Pimpón es un muñeco muy guapo de cartón, se lava la carita con agua y con jabón. So like we've always been very hygienic. So we have, my mom was also a hoarder before this happened. So she was like, I got your wipes, I got your this. And I'm like, okay. And, but yeah, I've been staying indoors. A lot of things were canceled and good because people need, I mean, it's a national, international thing going on. But what was the question again?
If you've been just
But
stuck
I
indoors this
haven't.
whole
No.
time,
Yeah.
you've
Yeah.
gotten out.
I do go to the market, like I told you today. Like I
So when you say
do
market,
want.
when you say market, do you just mean your mom's house?
Yeah, basically. And she makes me stay like feet away, not like 6 feet away. And it's
But
like,
that's probably
here
just a
you
normal
go.
thing, right? That's probably she's been
Yeah,
doing
that's
that.
a normal thing. Now she has an excuse
Oh, yeah.
not to talk to me beyond that. Like, this is how I care for you, but I don't want to hear about your stories. No, and I
That's
haven't been
hilarious.
out like at all.
Uh huh.
Like I told you, we've been connecting with friends, with Zoom, talking to everyone, and but just staying here.
So what do you do in Zoom? Do you just like chat, or do you actually have a party? You know, bust out the liquor and start having a little Zoom party like that, or like do board games? What do you
All
do?
those, all those. With Zoom, I was able to record the podcast Mamua con
Oh.
Huevos, and that's completely in Spanish, and it's like an improvised podcast from Mexico, and was able to talk to friends internationally and like have like a cheers celebration party. Next, next weekend, my friend is going to have her birthday party, and she always goes big. So this time she decided to do a Zoom party, and we will all have to be dressed up, which I thought it was very interesting because all the guys are going to have their hair like it's like no haircuts available. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the
So
one
yeah,
thing.
anything goes.
I was a little worried about the whole like hair thing, personally,
How's
just
yours
because.
going?
Oh, well, I mean, like you can kind of see a little bit of it right now. It's growing in. I got it. It's 412. So yeah, maybe the 14th of March was the last time I was actually, yeah, out and about.
Te amor del burro.
This was well. I looked at my calendar. I was like, when was the last time I got my haircut? And so, according to my calendar, it should have been March 14. And I remember that was a few days before the entire state went under the stay-at-home order.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting my haircut then, but now that all the beauty places and shops are closed,
Yeah.
then what I've done is. There's a little like self haircut type thing for men that Remington Beauty Products sells, and actually right now, as far as I know, it's out of stock. I ended up being one of the lucky ones that ordered one of those on time, but like I had it at Amazon. I did a little bit of research, but while I was doing that, it got sold out. So I was like, oh no, Walmart. Okay, let me go to Walmart. I'll order it from there. Nope, out of stock. So I went to the Remington website, found it, ordered it right away, and then within 24 hours, it was out of stock there as well. But it's like this little thing that it's like a clipper set thing that you put on the palm of your hand, and then you kind of just go like almost like when you put gel, you kind of just like working your hair. So it works like that. So I haven't tried it. It's supposed to arrive to me any day now, but in about, I would say, 2 weeks tops. Yeah, this hair is gonna be like all over the place.
I know what's going on here. You're just trying to get a mullet, like Quan Exotic.
Yes, there you go. I
That's
just
your
have to
excuse.
I just have to find a play like a way to get my hair blonde like that, and with the mullet.
Yeah.
And I gotta find a
Manzanilla.
tiger. Yeah. Yeah, I need to order like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
some kind of tiger, like a plush toy or something, like big size. But what about Tiger King got you so interested in it? Like, what do you think it's such a big hype right now, this Tiger King thing?
I mean, like the documentary did a great job in like writing these people, but I think that how delusional they are, it's
Mm-hmm.
what got me interested. Like how a person can be so delusional and so manipulative, and people believe it. I used to think like, oh no, now we have so much access to information para que nadie te haga pendejo, pero no. Honestly, you haven't seen it, so I can't stress enough.
What? No, I've
But
seen
what
it.
got me, it was very
Oh,
entertaining. You know, when something is bad
yes.
and it's just so bad that it's good,
Yeah, The Room.
and
Have you
given
seen
the
that movie?
circumstances,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Given the circumstances that we are, it was like, it makes me feel like a better person. Like I'm great. I'm a great
Yeah.
human being. That's
Yeah.
what got me interested.
That's amazing. Yes.
Although the fashion styles are not so far mine, so in the fashion we're like kind of similar.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, no, it was definitely an entertaining series. I got to give him that. Yeah, so if everybody has some time and have Netflix, you can definitely go watch it, and you know what we're talking about.
And feel better.
Yeah,
Better about
exactly.
yourself. Like you're a great human being by
Yeah.
not doing any of those things.
Exactly. Oh man. Well, have you? Let's just go back to just this whole stay-at-home thing. So I know you were working remotely before, but just in a nutshell, before we kind of wrap things up here, what's how has this stay-at-home order, how has this pandemic crisis affected you personally? with your
Personally,
yeah, and with like your craft and what you do and your family and your living situation, like how has it affected you? You can even list some bullet points too if you want.
yeah, that's a great question because I actually California went through the AB5 first in January, and a lot of like creatives, writers, acting people were laid off, and that was the first wave how it affected creative people. Second, with the COVID, I was lucky enough to find. I've been working with a nonprofit called Southern Caregiver Resource Center. So I've been working with them for 2 weeks, 2 years now, and being positioned in this space, they were like, since it's a nonprofit, they were like able to like give me not the amount of hours I had before, but like still keep my job, let's say,
Hmm.
for like at 50%. And I have to be daily updated in order to post and create content and give some information. Like I have obviously have to check my sources, make sure you don't hurt people, like keep them positive because caregivers are like not very and there's not enough information about it out there, like and more when the situation with the elderly is the most affected. So, and I have a grandma, you have a grandma,
Yeah.
everybody has people that could be easily impacted by this, by our actions that we do daily by going out or something. It has affected me. I have a family in Mexico and I see members of my own family still this weekend going out.
Yeah.
May I want to go crazy, you know. But I like my is that and to create awareness about like how to help people in need because I don't yeah
Yeah.
I don't want to be pessimistic, but we must raise awareness and like educate us in how we can be better people
Yeah.
and be more conscious about what we can cause and our how our actions can create our reactions. So yeah, that is something that keeps me
Yeah. Yeah.
thinking.
Exactly. Okay. Well, what since you are used to working remotely, what are some tips or advice that you have for people that are just now starting to work remotely? Like, how do they deal with
Yeah.
it? What's the
uh
best way to deal with it?
Now, working remotely, but before you could go to the gym, you could go out and take a walk, you could go concerts and everything to distract you, right? So my advice now that you can be that you have to be indoors is like I said, try to have a schedule for yourself, try to keep active, try to and active can means like it means like doing 50 squats a day, like do some lightweight what
Wow,
is
you
it
just have those handy there.
lift. Yeah, I have them here because like you need to have a schedule and you need to have a discipline. A discipline is important. You can just um, answer to an email at 6 a.m. and then at 2 a.m. submit something. Like I think you need to have a certain schedule, a good internet connection, a good office area. For me, is my living room, but I don't have any distractions. Whatever you find it helpful, whatever works for you. Um, you can also prep your meals, not like if you're going to the meal, but like have your meal preps like, oh, I'm gonna have this and that. Because if not, let me tell you something. It's so easy to find your fridge right,
Yeah.
just right there, like 5 feet away, and then you're gonna be eating all the time because eating is so good. I'm guilty of that sometimes.
Yeah.
But
Same
yeah,
here.
just do that and keep your schedule and yeah, that's my advice.
Awesome. Well put. Well, before we wrap this up here. I want to give you the last word. Is there anything else you want to add to the conversation? Any advice? Any other tips? Anything about anything? Well, it looks like Joanna froze up. There we go. Can you hear me? At least you froze up in with a good like facial expression. It's happened to me before, and it's so wacky. But now I see that you're back. So hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Joanna?
You're frozen, like
Oh
Elsa.
no. Oh no. I can hear you just fine and see you just fine on your end, on my end rather. Oh, it looks like you might have
And you
frozen again.
sound like you're underwater, like SpongeBob.
Oh man. All right. Well, we'll just wrap it up here. But Joanna, thank you so much for being on the the vlog here. I keep seeing your face off screen. It keeps freezing up, but it's totally fine. I really do appreciate you coming on here, and for everybody watching this, I do appreciate you sticking with it, and I do appreciate your support. If you want to follow me on social media, you can go to my Instagram here, handle at Oflores News, and my Twitter, of course, at Oflores, and on my Twitter and my Facebook page here as well. I tend to put more news things on there, more news content. So of course I'm going to be posting about COVID-19 and any other updates and other news as well that are happening. But on my Instagram, it's a little bit more on the personal side, so I get to do like little behind the scenes kind of things. I've posted some jokes there too, some COVID jokes that people are putting out there just to kind of stay in a good mood, stay happy. So it's good to laugh sometimes. But also, if you do want information on this pandemic, you can go to the websites there below. You see on your screen, cdc.gov and who.int. They have tons of free, great resources on how to protect yourself and what to do if you do contract the virus, as well as any other information and data and updates that have been out there. So definitely go check those websites out. Again, thanks for watching, and I will try and have more daily vlogs. Every now and then I might not have one. Everybody has to rest, right? But thanks for watching, and then take care, stay safe, get some fresh air. Go out for a walk around your block or your complex, and yeah, remember to practice social distancing. All right, until next time, have a good one.